You're not gonna sit there and waste your energy on this person arguing on topic. Life is harsher. We need to grow up. I wish you the best, but far away from me. Well, I don't need that, do I? That's scary. Hello, welcome to the channel. And today I want to talk about something that I made a video in my TikTok and I said in the captions whether I should make a YouTube video out of it, and one person said yes. So here we go, making a video about the difference between perception and perspective. And the best analogy to give when it comes to this topic is the bird analogy, which I learned when I was very little, to be honest. And interesting thing is how people see and view the world from completely different lenses, and how the truth and reality depends on each individual perception. And the bird analogy goes something like, there's a free bird that grew up basically in nature, in the wild, and people captured that bird and put it into the cage. And you have a bird who's been basically brought up from very young age in the cage. The reality of both of those birds will be completely different, and how they're gonna view this cage. Because for the bird who basically been captured and put in the cage, it doesn't care how big the cage is, it doesn't care how golden the cage is, it doesn't care about the fact that it receives regular food, it doesn't care. The only thing it sees is my freedom has been compromised and been removed. And the price that it puts the value of freedom is much higher than the comfort of whatever you get by being in the cage. While you have the other bird which been grown up in the cage, when it sees outside, sees other birds flying, do you think it's gonna think, wow, that's so much freedom? No, that's not what the bird's gonna think. The bird's gonna think, that's scary. The fact that they have to go every single day outside, hunt for their food, and have danger every single day, and travel in the cold, fly in the storms, in the snow. It's, for that bird, everything is too risky. Everything is too, no, I don't want to deal with that. And it says to the other bird which is trying to escape, why do you want to escape? This is heaven. You have regular food, you have regular water that people bring, and it's not a lot, but it's a good amount. You don't need to go hunt for it. It's literally here. You just wake up, just sit, and then drink some water, eat some food. But for the bird who always been free, it says, well, I don't need that, do I? Because the price that put on the freedom is completely different from both of the birds. And perception and perspective is literally like that. Does that mean one bird is wrong, another one is right? No. What is truth? Everyone's truth is their truth. It doesn't matter. This bird is right for its own life, and this bird is right for its own truth, and this bird is right for its own truth. It doesn't matter. Whatever reality is, the reality is completely different for both of them. Their perception has been built through the experiences, maybe the knowledge, maybe the way they were brought up, and basically different factors that get involved into their lives. And honestly, most of the times what we truly see is not what's actual reality. Your eyes truly do deceive you, so what can you even define a reality, right? You always need to have this question of, why is this happening? Or maybe this is the truth, maybe this is not. Is it me being programmed into this, or is this the actual reality that I want to accept? Different realities are accepted differently for every single person, right? So everything has to do with the narrative that you accept. And this is where I believe that if you want to be certain level, if you have certain standards, this is the reason why you never lower your standards. For example, if you meet somebody on the streets, or you met somebody who has completely different perspective than you, you're not going to sit there and waste your energy on this person arguing on topic that clearly this person has different view on. Why are you giving your energy to these people? Why are you wasting your energy rather than taking that energy and putting it into your reality and actually investing into right people, talking to people who matches your intellectual level? That's why I don't believe into the saying that people say, oh, You need to speak to people on their intellectual level. I'm not gonna lower my standards for you. And that's the truth. Something that's ethical for you might not be ethical for somebody else. I learned from very young age. I remember telling my mom, they did this, they did that, that's so wrong. Why would they do that? And I remember my mom being like, yo, that's their truth. This is right for them. You do not have the rights to take away whatever they want to believe. They have the right to believe in whatever they want to believe. They have the right to live the life they want to live. So if that's the case, only thing we can do is be very selective with people that you invest your energy to. It is not my responsibility to break people's limitations for them. They have to do the job for themselves. And also most of the time, reality that person wants to accept, they already accepted it the moment they heard it. For example, there was a rumor going around about you, right? And that people start believing into that rumor. The funny fact is, it's not even that they believed into that rumor about you, that you are this and that. But the truth is, they already made up their mind about you. And when there's evidence that matches with whatever they were thinking, automatically click, they're like, now I can launch onto that and be like, yo, now I can outwardly be hater, right? That's how many people even operate in society, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong, I wish you the best, but far away from me. I've met so many people who I sit down and when I talk, I genuinely don't feel good. I feel like so many people of you who's watching probably can relate. I'll be sitting down and talking to these people and thinking, why did I even open my mouth in the first place? Why? Now you ruined my mood. Me talking to a wall probably would be more efficient, me sitting down and talking to you. You know what I mean? Body works with energy. And what you invest your energy in and what you invest your attention in, that's who you're gonna become. I know that my standard is I'm not gonna waste my time on pointless conversation with certain people. And funny thing is, a lot of people might think this is not a big deal. Let me just have a conversation with people who you don't really resonate or wanna be around with. I'm gonna just be empathetic and have a conversation with people and just be there and all of these things. But the truth is, the moment you do that, your brain thinks now that's the lowest that you're gonna accept. And then the more lower, the lowest gonna get, that's what your reality becomes around you. And then one day looking in the mirror and thinking, how on earth am I attracting these people? How on earth am I attracting things, situations that don't even resonate with me? And that is the problem, because you lowered your standard. You accepted certain things that you shouldn't have accepted in the first place. And this is a sad reality. I know many people might say, wow, that's so harsh. What do you mean? Life is harsher. We need to grow up. Life is harsher. If you really think about it, if you want to be somebody who's always evolving, always developing, you do not have time to sit down and waste on things that are pointless and useless, including people. The bare minimum you tolerate becomes your norm. Remember that. This life, I feel like, is a game and you don't have a choice of opting out. So only thing you can do is you choose to be smarter and more efficient, more wiser with your choices and with whatever you want to accept as a reality and as your standard, or you're gonna basically stay average. And my channel, I personally want to create not for people who like being average. And good thing about being self-aware and never having subconscious programming and actually be always conscious about what's happening in your brain is that you get really good at seeing your thoughts and knowing what you think before even you think. You know your character inside out and you know the patterns. Now you see people's behaviors and you can predict things according to what your brain has been reporting as a pattern recognition. And it really helps you to shape your reality, because now you're gonna start asking the hard questions and seeing if it actually resonates with your reality or if it doesn't. On that note, this is the end of the video, and this is just the channel that I made just to maybe have some people watching actually resonate with what I'm saying. And I know not many people will agree, not many people will even understand what I'm saying, but I wish I can build a community who really do understand the thought process that I have. And also leave comment if you agree or disagree or what your perspective on it. On that note, goodbye. Here you go.